My name is Reese Wrather. I'm a junior at PCA, and this is my story. God has been really faithful throughout my life, but one of the biggest areas that I've seen His faithfulness is through friendships and schools and dance, and especially dance, because I kind of started off and I didn't really know what sport I wanted to do, but I love sports. There was just not really that one thing that I wanted to do for sure. And then about 4th grade, me and a few girls were in dance, and I took dance so that I could hang out with them and become closer with them, and that ended up being a pivotal moment in my life, and dance has been my way of talking to God. Even when I can't get the words out, I can show Him through my dancing and glorify Him through my dancing. And that has grown into something that I want to do for the rest of my life, is being a dance teacher and being able to give that same experience to younger children. God has definitely grown me in a lot of my struggles, because in the darkest valley is where you find God the most, or at least where I find God the most. And a lot of that happened with schools. For me, is changing schools. I started off at an elementary school, Discovery, and it was so great. Like, it was definitely my atmosphere. Everyone loved God, and if you didn't, you respected those who did, or you respected God in a kind of sort of way. And it was great to have that atmosphere and grow up in that atmosphere. And because it was kind of a magnet school, Discovery was definitely magnet school. And so I thought, okay, Central's next. That's where everyone's going. Discovery transfers to Central. I just thought that's how it went. And whenever I didn't make it into Central, that was kind of heartbreaking for me, especially as a 5th grader. But I thought about what I was going to do next, and I prayed about what I was going to do next, and I felt like God really showed me that Christiana Middle, the school that I was zoned for, was better for me than staying another year at Discovery. And so I ended up going to Christiana Middle with one friend, and she was my one friend through 6th grade. And that's all the friends I had in 6th grade. But then we got to 7th grade and 8th grade, and as I continued to pray about my school life, it got better for sure. And I made so many friends my 7th and 8th grade year, and it was such a wonderful time for me those last 2 years especially. I have made friends that I definitely am going to have for a very long time. And then that was kind of the track, kind of like the Discovery to Central. It was supposed to be Christiana to Riverdale. So we were all excited. We were going to Riverdale. That was going to be our high school for sure. We were all going to graduate from there. And then Rockville came up, and that kind of changed my plans a little bit. And being a very organized and plan-filled person, that did not work too well with me. And me and God, we had some tough times during that moment, but I definitely grew in my relationship with Him during that time, because I realized, sometimes you got to do the hard things, and you got to go where He wants you to go, even if it's not where you want to go and it's not where everyone else is. So I ended up going to Rockville, and I made the most of my time there. And I joined several clubs, I made a few friends, but one of the things that really helped me is the teaching program there, because that's, I want to go into teaching. That's definitely where I want to be. I feel like my calling is teaching. So getting to learn more about that there, and being with some very experienced people there and having those opportunities was wonderful. I was also able to help lead a campus group here at church. I was able to take that and use my leadership skills here and use my leadership skills at school and kind of bring them together. But I did not feel like that is really where God had wanted me for the next season. I thought about it and prayed about it over Corona, and He kind of took everything from me, left me alone for a little bit, and just said, all right, figure out what I want for you in this next season. And I thought about it, and I prayed about it a lot, and I decided that He wanted me at PCA, and that's where I wanted to be for the rest of my high school career. And I wanted to make sure that I was grounded before going off to college. And I have grown and thrived there a whole lot, and I've greatly enjoyed it, and I'm so glad I had the opportunity to go there. But God has definitely shown His faithfulness through those struggles, especially in school. My name is Reese Wrather. I'm a junior at PCA, and this is my story.